Two, what's happening? So it's part 4 coming through. Finna give y'all the information on what I use to do the fuel system. All this stuff you can buy at the parts store. You don't have to order nothing online because it's a stock motor. As far as the fuel pump sending unit and stuff like that, fuel regulator, you can get all out the store. Gas tank was ordered brand new. I'm gonna flip this camera around and I'm gonna show y'all the parts and the part numbers and everything too. Excuse me. So we got the gas tank right here. It's an 87. You can see the bowl on the inside. They help with fuel starvation. Got a new O-ring. Go around the tank. 16 gallon. This is the new fuel sending unit. And you see it's got the what that is, the return on the left, vent in the middle, feed on the right. This is a 2-pin connector, a male connector. You can just order this off Amazon or something. The gray is going to be the power to the pump. The purple is going to be for your fuel gauge. And obviously black is ground. That's how it's wired up. And the fuel pump I used, is the part number right here. It's a Delphi pump, 96 SS Impala. It flows the same as what come in the 5.3s and the Tahoes, the Silverados, so on and so forth. 96 Impala, pump ever go out, you can go in the parts store and get a 96 SS Impala pump, put it right back in there and be back on the road. Fuel filter regulator, the Corvette style, where it's got the return and feed and just one single, because that's how the fuel rail is, a return list that's on there. Got that from the parts store as well. Dang, I guess I threw the top lid off. Look at the part number right there. And you can see that's the Wix number if they don't have their brand in stock. So that's pretty much it. And the fuel sending unit itself, ordered it from 1aauto.com. That's the part number. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And these are just some quick disconnects, some high pressure ones with the push lock. So I just got to go get some 3/8 and 5/16 fuel line. I'll probably get like 5 feet of each. That way I have enough. Mount this to the side of the frame. Had a feed and the return going to here, and then the one going out to the fuel rail. Fuel system will be done. Mount the gas tank, bada boom, bada bam. She in there. But this is the same exact setup I used on my C10. Literally the same thing. I got the same pump in there. And this was 4 years ago when I did mine. I got the same pump, the same sending unit. Except mine got I didn't use this because mine had the feed in and return fuel rail. So I got a fuel filter, an inline fuel filter. So pretty much it, man. That's the fuel system for the C10. I mean, the same concept can apply to just about any GM car. And I'm gonna show you one more quick thing. The reason I use the 96 SS Impala pump, see the factory connector? You don't have to cut this harness or try to make it work, soldering wires. It fits this connector. It was made for it. That's why I use it. The Walboro 255 and the one that come in the hit, all that stuff, you got the cut wire, solder. I mean, but if you go on turbos and superchargers and stuff like that, yeah, you'll need that extra power for gas. But if you just got a stock or a mild build, small cam, nothing too big, man, you can get you a regular fuel pump and you'll be just fine, man. So y'all stay tuned, man, and once we get the fuel system mounted, I'll bring y'all back. All right, just want to show y'all that's what we got. We'll be back. YouTube, man, we back, man. It's part 4, I think. Part 4 of the series on the C10 build. So this is the fuel system. In the first part of the video, I told y'all about the fuel setup I was using. 87 R10 fuel tank, fuel sending unit, using a 96 SS Impala fuel pump.
and that completes pretty much the fuel system. I got it all mounted on the truck, everything wired up. I'm gonna show y'all this cranking by the key. Everything's wired up as it needs to be. I just gotta hook up some miscellaneous stuff. So let me get this camera turned around so I can show y'all what's going on. All right, let me see if I can get some little light. Oh, something to lay up under here. Give y'all a breakdown of what I did for the C10. So, like I said, it's a new gas tank. I just put about $5 worth of gas in it just so I can crank it. What we did, since this got the returnless style fuel rail, you're gonna use a Corvette filter, and it has the regulator already built into it. I know a lot of people like to use them AN fittings and buy all those whatever fancy fittings. They sell high pressure quick disconnects in the parts store. This is what I've been using on my swaps. Never had an issue with them, and they don't cost a ton of money. They only like $7. 3/8, 5/16 high pressure fuel lines, and they are ribbed or ridged on the end, so they like push lock style lines. But I always put high pressure clamps on them just for extra security. And the lines are going up to the fuel tank. I'm gonna zip tie them to the rail so they don't be close to the exhaust right here, because this has got to swing this way so it'll have more clearance once that's hooked up. I got the pigtail right here that's going to the harness, so I got the power to the fuel gauge and then power to the pump, and I just zip tied everything right there so it's out the way. So yeah, quick disconnect lines, and then this is a hard connect line that goes right in the front, and it goes up to another quick disconnect, and it goes up to the feed line. Same thing, high pressure clamp with the push locks on them, and just for extra security I use high pressure hose clamps, and it goes up to the top of the rail. So that's pretty much the fuel setup. It's bolted right here to the side of the frame. It's secure, it's not going nowhere, no clearance issues. And that red wire that y'all see kind of right there, that's the one that's leading up above the shield, going back here to give power to the actual pump itself coming from the inside. So as y'all can see, the gear selector hooked up. I just got to order the O2 sensors. I'm gonna do that tonight so I can get them in. But yeah, everything lines up, man. No issues. Drive shaft fits right in here. It's like an inch of room right there. If this rubber seal wasn't on it, that's how much is sticking out of the drive, out of the transmission. So it's about an inch. Like I said, the exhaust hooked up. Gotta get hooked back up once I put the O2 sensors in. So yeah, that's pretty much the fuel system, man. New tank, and I'm gonna go up top. Oh, show y'all what's going on. So like I say, this is the single returnless style, so it's one feed that's going to it. Let me plug this alternator back up. I just mounted this bracket and mounted this power steering fluid pump, power steering pump, and I got to get a coolant sensor to go right here. So a few little miscellaneous things I got to do. I got to get a belt. I'm getting this belt tomorrow, transmission fluid tomorrow, and a lower radiator hose. So I can put coolant in it, let it run, get up to temperature, make sure everything is fine and with it. Get the O2 sensors. I just connected the power steering lines. He didn't have none of this. I had to take this from off my box Chevy Caprice that I'm doing my LS swap in, but I just get me some more. I just charge him for these. So whatever he don't have and I was having to do for my swap, but I'm just having to push mine back for right now, I'll just let him buy it off me. And like I say, the long tube headers, they on here. These are not the Speed Engineer ones. They're the eBay brand. They're just $100 cheaper than the Speed Engineer, but they fit with no issues. This one seems like it kind of seems like it's touching the header. I don't believe it is, but I just put a little heat shrink wrap around it, that one, just in case. But if push come to shove, we can always put a little ding right there to give it clearance. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And she pretty much wired up. And like I say, you don't really, I still just got to clean up some of the wires over there. That's about it. This right here just got to get tucked on the back, or I may just leave it like this and put the cover on top and you won't even see it. But like I say, either way, she hooked up, got all the wires ran. I'm gonna just show y'all because I was just test firing everything. This is from the distributor wire that's coming off the where you all right. So I'm finna just give a breakdown of the hooking up the harness. So coming from your fuse block, you're gonna have your ignition wire. This wire right here is going all the way out to the engine bay, up under the firewall to the distributor wire from your old school engine that goes in your distributor. That's what this wire is running to. That gives it 12 volts cranking at all times. Then you'll have one for your fuel pump, which is this gray wire. All I did, since it already had one of them type of connectors, I just connected it right here, and I'm gonna just put maybe like heat shrink around this just to make it look a lot cleaner. And that's pretty much that. And that's all you really need to crank it and fire it. I have discovered that this is the speed and the tack wire. The black one is the speed, the white one is the tack, and then this purple wire right here is the torque converter lockup. So I gotta look under there, see if he got a brake switch. This transmission that was in here was a 350C, so it was a lockup converter transmission. So it's possible it already has the brake switch on it, and all I gotta do is hook this to it, so that'll be perfectly fine. The 4L60 will lock up when it's supposed to, and the OBD2. I'm gonna hook this up, make sure that's reading, and then I gotta figure out where or how I wanna mount the computer. Now, this is an ideal spot for it to sit up here, but the only dilemma with that is the glove box won't close all the way. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is mount it right here on the front face of the AC box, but I don't want to drill in it. So I think what I'm gonna do is just get some strong Velcro and put it on the back side and do the same thing to the fuse panel. Or I may just stick the fuse block right up here and mount it some way, maybe to that, put the fuse block right up here. I'm sorry, y'all probably didn't see me. And then mount it right here, because I can have it diagonal, maybe put the corner tip of it, bolt it right there to that bolt. This is where I have the ground on the inside for the inside harness ground. You can see where I took some sandpaper and scraped that up pretty good and made a ground. But yeah, she cranking on her own, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little demonstration. Go around here to the other side. She is firing up on her own. Everything's wired up. Yard in a mess a little bit. So like I say, digital dash, still gotta make sure everything reading a little bit. And y'all probably heard the relays and everything kick on, but she is running on her own. You see she goes up and idles right back down. I didn't let her run long because I don't have any transmission fluid in the transmission. So I gotta go get some transmission fluid tomorrow, power steering fluid, get this belt and the lower radiator hose and some coolant, and I can go ahead and fill it up with coolant and give it a test drive and see how she do, man. So thank y'all for tuning in, man. I know I'm a small little YouTuber, man, but we getting close to that 1,000 mark. And I appreciate all the support and the views. I see I've been on this build series right here. I've been getting at least 1,000 reviews, 1,000 views per video I drop on this build. And I want to give a shout out to 87SS boy. He commented on one of my videos. I've been following his channel for a minute. And man, any of this information I'm putting out, man, hopefully it can help you on your build. And you know, it's not hard, bro. It's super simple, super easy. A lot of people make it seem like it's complex and hard. It's not, man. If you can count to 3, you can do this. It ain't nothing hard. It's nothing hard about it at all. So shout out to 87SS boy. I appreciate the love and support. And I'm definitely tuned in to your build, because that's gonna be a nice short bed build. I like the way the motor and everything came together. So shout out to him one more again. And shout out to everybody out there, man, that ain't, you know what I'm saying, hiding information like this gated or something super top secret that can only come, man. It's free game, bro. If you can't help somebody else out along the way, man, something wrong with you. That's all I can say, something wrong with you. But any information that I can spread out, because this is just stuff I love to do and enjoy. Sorry, man, the video cut out. But yeah, man, like I say, this is just stuff I love to do and enjoy. So anything I can spread to help another person, brother, sister, whoever, it don't matter. If you watching the channel, you can use the information. And there's more than one way to do it. You ain't got to do it the way I'm doing it. You can do it the way everybody else do it. Sometimes you can go into a money pit just buying all this stuff that you don't necessarily have to have. There's nothing wrong with having it, but you ain't got to go that route. You know what I'm saying? And people be talking about, oh man, it's $10,000 just a swap. Bro, ain't no way it costs no 10 grand to do this. Depending on if you getting a rebuilt motor trans, if they going through it all the way like that, yeah, I understand. But if you bring a used motor, transmission, whatever, if you find one and you drop it in, it ain't gonna cost you no $10,000, man. It's just not. My first swap I ever did in my life, I've done it on my C10 truck. I didn't spend $1,000. I did not spend over 1K doing that. So I know it can be done. And I've done 2 other swaps like that for $1,500. So you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's the price for every swap that I've done, but that just give you a ballpark of what I would charge. Then that was only because I was first starting out. I was learning. But now that I know pretty much the ins and outs and how it go, and I can do it in quick turnaround time, because like I said, this is not even taking me a whole month to do. This is probably like my 3rd week on it. So by the end of the month, yeah, I'll be done. So a 30-day turnaround, can't beat that, man. Some shops have y'all trucks, cars, vehicles for whatever, 2, 3 years, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. You ain't see your car, no progress, you don't know nothing. So, but enough of that, man. Y'all just stay tuned in. I appreciate the support, man. We on the road to 1K. We're going to do a giveaway of some adapter plates. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bells, man. Y'all drop a comment if y'all enjoying this series. And I'm going to come back when we do a test drive. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.